Hi and welcome to our virtual event. Today we'll be chatting to Dr. Leanne Wake from our new Environmental Monitoring, Modelling and Reconstruction MSc and Dr. Nan Lin from Statistics MSc. Leanne and Nan will be telling us more about their respective new courses and answering any questions that you might have. If you submitted a question when you signed up for today's event, don't worry, we've got it and we will make sure that we answer it today. If during the course of the video there's something that you would like an answer to, then please do leave us a comment on the box to the right of this video and we'll do our very best to answer those as well. So let's start off by each of you telling us a little bit more about the course. Leanne, can you tell us a little bit about your course, please?
Okay, so monitoring, modelling and reconstruction are really three key pillars, three key techniques we use to understand environmental change. So that's what most of the course is based around. The monitoring aspect is key topics include monitoring atmospheric changes, meteorology, changes in air quality and also maybe even contaminated land. The modelling aspect of the course allows us to maybe predict changes, future changes in environmental systems such as ice sheets, such as ice streams, glaciers and also various areas of the climate. And the reconstruction element of the course allows us to understand past environmental change, so maybe looking through ice cores, sediment caused to put the recent environmental changes into context. So alongside those three pillars there are also modules within the course, because any science qualification nowadays you have to be able to communicate your science to a lay audience, so there is a specific part of the module which allows you to learn to best communicate your science to a non-expert audience as well. And of course, like any master's qualification, there is a dissertation element where you really get to take charge of your own research.
Great.
Okay. So for the MSc in Statistics, we will totally have 6 modules and 1 major project. So in the modules you will learn the cutting edge technology in stat analysis and software. The software we use it's open source software and free, and most companies use that software for statistic analysis. So basically we will have 3 modules in the first semester. So each module is about 20 credits. So and then 3 modules in the second semester, and in the third semester you have a major project which is about 60 credits. So in the major project you can develop your own project, or you can choose a topic from the list we give to you and to work with the member staff. So the member staff will be your project supervisor. So you will meet with him weekly to develop your project. Yes. So also in the 6 modules you will have a lot of real-world examples. For example, you will learn how to use statistics in sports analysis, in medical analysis, and even in, for example, in finance, how to decide the investment strategy, how to control the risk of the investment.
Great. Thank you very much, that's great. So we're just going to go on to some questions that our viewers might that have had. So Nan, can we just start off with you? Joyce from Kenya asks, what are the entry requirements for MSc Statistics?
So, yes, for basically the entry requirement, the minimum entry requirement is a 2 honors degree. So it's the lower second class. So it's like the average mark is between 50 to 59. But for students from Kenya, I think we still have the similar requirements. We require the minimum 50% of courses to require 2 or a degree. Yes, and also we have the language requirement for the course. We require you to have the minimum overall score for IELTS is 6.5. and each component should be not lower than 5.5 score. Yes, but if you have taken a course from English-speaking country, so you don't need to prove your English language level.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, would you like to say the entry requirements for your course?
We accept students with a 2-2 bachelor's degree. I wouldn't like to comment on international qualifications, that's not my subject area, but in terms of the subject of your undergraduate degree, BSc in geography again 2-2 level, but we'll also encourage applicants from other STEM subjects such as maths, physics, biology, chemistry and engineering. It's quite we welcome a broad range of subject expertise onto the master's course.
Great, thank you.
One thing I want to add is that I forgot to say, we welcome students from maths and stat background, also the student from a subject with a significant quantitative content. For example, this year we have students from the background of the computer science, and one student from the background of neuroscience. But the student has working experience of using statistics in data analysis.
Great, thank you very much. So Leanne Rimbo from Zimbabwe has asked, what are the research opportunities for students studying on the course?
Okay, so hi Rimbo, if you're watching right now. Your core research will take part as part of your master's dissertation, so that's where the core amount of your research will be in semester 3. But in terms of subject area, there are a number of opportunities to get involved in quite a broad range of understanding environmental change. For example, we've got a large cohort of course tutors who we've recently recruited from the British Antarctic Survey, and their expertise is understanding the processes which control ice sheet evolution and also ice shelf changes. So you may have seen the news, partly the ice shelves in Antarctica are breaking up. That group of scientists works to understand the processes that are responsible for that. And that research is primarily based on computer models, so not a lot of field work. You'll spend a lot of time doing computational modelling of those systems. If that's not your thing and you'd like to incorporate a field element into your thesis, because we have strong research, because we have research strength in environmental monitoring, specifically monitoring of meteorology on glaciers, there is opportunity to work with data collected from glaciers, or even at some point go and collect your own data. And I must say it's also not all cryosphere based, and we do have research strengths in terms of air quality monitoring as well. So although there's ample opportunities to be involved in these specific subject areas, this master's course has a high level skills focus, so just general environmental surveying and laboratory and computational skills. So there is a chance for you to maybe have your own research interest, but use those skills to pursue that rather than directly getting involved in ours. So you can do both.
Yeah, sounds really good. Thank you. So now Andre from Cameroon would like to know, what is the application deadline?
I think for the overseas students, the deadline is 31st of July. But we recommend to apply as early as possible to secure a place. And also you need time to apply for your visa and arrange for the accommodation and the travel flight. And for home student, there's no specific deadline for the course.
Okay.
And also, I think you will mention that if you want to get some discount on the tuition fee or scholarship, there's early deadlines for discount.
Yeah, I'd like to add something which is relevant to our course and application deadlines. And we have an Arctic field trip which will take place in semester 2, so May 2020. I would encourage any international students who are thinking of applying for this course to also look to start as soon as possible and getting a visa arranged to go to Sweden. Otherwise, so you'll be able to travel to Abisko to take part in the fieldwork there.
Okay, thank you. That's great. So Lindsay from the UK asks, what is the student experience like for postgraduate students at Northumbria? This could be a question for both of you. If you'd like to, Nan, would you like to start?
For the MSc Maths, we have a weekly seminar for maths and status students, and we have partners that content from all the UK. So they will give you teaching through the internet. So we have a magic room, so this room can be used for this kind of teaching. And we have a special math hub for the maths and statistics students. So students usually spend their time studying in that room. So maybe working on a group project. Yes.
Great. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, in terms of the Department of Geography and Environmental Sciences, we've got quite a tight sort of social and research culture within that department. For example, we run quite regular writing workshops, so although that's maybe for PhD students developing their thesis or staff writing grants, master's students are more than welcome to obviously take part in those events. We have fortnightly research seminars that all like masters to PhD staff are also encouraged to attend, to listen and to present. And we also have access to like a facility called the Hub. It's quite a nice social area where you get to interact with students and staff over different levels. And the university itself has a research commons area in the library, and I've found it a really effective, sort of peaceful place to actually do my own research.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can find lots of places where you find comfortable, like even quiet places to do your research.
Great. Fantastic, thank you very much. So Neville from Nigeria would like to know what scholarships are available. This is something that I'm probably able to answer, and I can let you know that there are lots of scholarships and discounts applicable to both of these courses. We have a £500 discount fee and also a Vice-Chancellor scholarship for the UK, EU and international students. If you are an alumni of Northumbria, a former student of Northumbria, then you are also able to apply for or get an alumni discount. But if you would like full details of all of those, there is an application forms if you'd like to go to the Got a Question section. So pop over there after this live stream and you'll find everything you need to know about those in particular. So we'll just check to see if there's been any questions from the live at all. No, that's fine, no problem. So that brings us to the end of this session. So thank you very much for your input. That was great, really interesting. If you have any further questions after the event, please click the Talk to Us tab above this video, where you can chat to staff from our applicant services and postgraduate teams. Alternatively, you can email us at any time at nu.postgraduate@northumbria.ac.uk. Thank you guys again, and thank you for watching.